Well, g'day, Ertan. We're finally talking to you. I mucked up the time this morning at the tracker, so good to see you. So, what's
Uh,
happening on board? Have you got a safety harness on? What's over your shoulder?
yeah, my safety harness, I wear it 24/7. Only time I ever take it off when I have a shower.
Okay, so how come it's only over one shoulder? Just show me. What's on your chest?
Well, I have got my triple what's it in here, and
Yeah,
if I do it any lower, when I go in and out, it tangles. Where it is, it's perfect because it doesn't tangle anywhere, and as soon as I go out, I can hook myself onto something.
but it's only over one shoulder. Where's the other side?
I just use the one side. It works very well for me like this.
Okay, so let's hope it's a short strop and you can't get actually over. Otherwise, you go around like a propeller.
I guess so, yes. But idea is never to leave the deck.
Okay. Who's the man by the right side of your heads? The silhouette of a person there.
Oh, I also put that. It is the founder of Turkey.
The founder of Turkey. Okay.
Yes.
What was his name?
It's Mustafa Kemal Atatürk.
Okay. Oh, I know him. Yeah. When you say the founder, anyway, we don't want to talk politics.
Yes, we don't
Okay.
want
So
to talk politics.
yeah, exactly. Tracker looks good, and interestingly, you're sitting up against the backrest of the best 580 that's ever been built on Tracker.
That
That's the
that is
backrest.
correct.
That's the backrest we're going to make compulsory. Just move forward a bit and show them the backrest because it's a topic of discussion. How deep is it? It's about 5 inches deep. If you put your
Yeah,
hand deep.
uh, I guess about that. Yeah, 15, 16 centimeters, quite deep. You can put a lot of stuff in there, but more importantly, when you sit down, you can lean onto it. And those boat which doesn't have it, it really is so far away from the middle of the boat.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's what I keep telling people. When you get the backrest, you can sit on the seat, and your legs aren't, way back, and it makes a locker. It makes it a lot stronger as well.
Yeah.
It's a storage spot, and so you don't roll around on your bunk, and yeah, it adds a lot of strength as well. So that's why we're going to make it compulsory.
And all the cabling goes underneath it, so it's all hidden away. So it is a very very good design thing. I think everybody should have it. Anybody building a 580 in the future.
Yeah, right. And part of it is because we allow stacking now. We allow stacking of equipment on the windward bunk, and we don't want to go right back to the hull. And it's got to be fair for those that have it that don't. So there's lots of different reasons. Anyway, part of the fun. Tell me, everyone's been talking about squalls. I mean, Christian blew out a sail. The others have been saying they've been hitting really hard, really fast. Have you had some of that as well?
Not really, no, because as soon as I see anything resembling dark clouds or unfriendly looking thing, I bring the sails down well beforehand. Yes, I lose a bit of speed, but I am ready before it comes.
Yeah. Okay. So that's part of your process. That's
Yeah.
cool. So how are you finding it rather than being downwind all the time? Now it's on the beam, and it's
Well,
going to
this
get.
is a usual British sailing conditions, minus the temperature. So we are used to having this kind of sailing all the time in UK waters.
Yeah. Okay. So you're still sleeping on the floor, or are you using the lee cloths on the bunks?
No, no, I sleep on the floor. I like sleeping on the floor. I can get out of here very quickly if need be into the entrance. And so I don't sleep on the high side. I mean, I'm sitting on the high side because it's more comfortable for me because we are sailing sort of, 40 degrees down on
40.
the port side. I think everybody is the same because the wind and the waves coming from my beams, my starboard side.
Did you say 40 degrees?
Well, it's pretty low on one side. I mean, yeah, it is. I am quite down on one side, so the boat is very much leaning on one side all the time because the wind and the wave coming from my starboard
Yeah. Okay. And is you getting like serious spray or water going over the boat or what?
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, I don't go outside anyway, but if you did go outside, you'd get wet. I mean, my door is always open, but I have got a beautiful spray hood on top of it, so it's nice and cool inside the boat and fresh. And so that's open 24 hours a day. So it's not affected my living. on the boat. Only thing you can't do is you can't do elaborate food when you want to, so you have to wait for calms.
Yeah, yeah. I agree about the Dodger. That was I. I mean, there's a couple of good Dodgers in the fleet, but Trekkers is particularly good. Can you just pan the camera around and show them the companionway?
Of course.
Just because,
Just
yeah, you can leave the hatch open quite a lot. It's a bit hard. Oh, you're right up the. You're right up the. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. That's cool. And you got the spray curtains as well. Show them the spray curtains.
oh,
You know.
there it is. This is the spray curtains. I must say they have never been ever got damp or wet or whatever.
Yeah, because if you get any spray, you got the Dodger, then you got the spray curtains. It keeps the water off, and if you come down wet, you can dry off before you get on the bunk.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I must say they have never been any use to me because I never the water never came that far.
yeah.
And I mean, I put it up there because it boat arrived like this, so I don't like changing anything.
Well, it's there in case it doesn't. I had only on one occasion I got a little bit of water in when I didn't have it shut enough when the big powerful one came across. But I realistically, I got wet a few times. I only wore my wet weather gear for a few times, but you can sit there with your wet weather gear and take it off while you're sitting there. So yeah, it's all for just in case. You know.
Absolutely, that's why it's there just in case. If I don't put that up there, or if I don't have it there, I would miss it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So you've sold the boat now. That was a steal for someone because it's the best boat in the fleet.
Well, I mean, I am not saying it because it is your boat, but it is the only boat which has had no rig issues. Some has had as many as four set of spreaders they went through, loads of welded spreaders. This boat is by far the strongest boat in the fleet, by a long margin, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good one. That's cool. Now, I wonder, we're not allowed to say anything about the owner. We won't mention his name, but I will say he's a Chinese chap, and it's quite an exciting project. It's going to be quite fun.
Yes, I mean, he will come to UK and we're going to train in the Solent in the UK waters for 2 weeks. And then afterwards, she will go on her trailer, which I got from you, a double axle trailer, and then we'll get it sent to Portimao. Well, we'll send it to Lagos, and the marina there will put the rig up and paint the bottom, and she's good to go.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. If he gets around in the MGR, he could very well be the first Chinese to go around in a very small boat. So that's quite fun. He's a family man too. He seems a really nice guy. So
Mm,
fingers crossed. Touch wood. That's probably all we should say.
absolutely, yes. I mean, you can only intend to do it. What happens, we don't know, but you have to start from somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's cool. All right. And so what's going to happen to you? It sounds like your next project's going to be later. Later, it'll be fun training that guy. But have you decided, made any statements yet about next?
Well, I mean, I am looking at boats,
Yeah,
and there is a number of them in the market. So as soon as I get back home, I will look at few boats,
yeah,
and then we'll take it from there. To be honest with you, if I had a boat in my hand, then I could make a better statement. But until I have a boat, I can't really say anything. I got to sort myself the machine first.
yeah. That's true. Okay, looks like I might make my statement before you make your statement. Anyway, mine could be on April the 1st. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's cool. Yeah, life goes on. So, I mean, you're one of the few that has got a very active lifestyle in many different ways. And I don't think you're pondering that whole issue the way some of the other entrants are. But you're reflecting now on your nearly finished, touch wood, circumnavigation. How are you feeling about that? Because you withdrew twice from the GGR. The second time when you withdrew, I was really happy for you because it answered many questions for you. But I had no idea you were thinking MGR. You said, "Oh, I'm ready to buy a tracker now," and I said, "What?" So you've now, sort of. It might not be bad. I don't think it's bad luck to talk about. You've nearly finished your first solo circumnavigation. What are you thinking about that?
It doesn't feel like it because we've had so many holidays en route. And so it's I don't think you can compare GGR with an MGR because of the comms issue. Sailing is much the same. There is no issue about that, and I guess you could almost say there is more hardship on a 580 due to its size. The long keel GGR boats are extremely comfortable. Even, I mean, this weather right now we are having, the long keel boat would be a breeze. You wouldn't even know this weather on a GGR boat in this kind of weather. But there is only one obstacle in GGR is the lack of communication with the family. And other than that, there is, that is the main issue. It has been for me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Hey, guess who just popped up? Bloody that loud American that smokes cigar. Who's a really cool guy. A guy guy has just turned up for the Spirit Adventures. G'day, guy. Good to see you. Yeah, have you been following? Did you get on to Mara at all? She's doing live
Yes,
24/7.
I
She,
am in I am part of the WhatsApp group for the GGR, the next GGR.
yeah,
So I am well aware of what's happening at all times.
yeah, it's quite
Uh,
crazy. She's
yeah,
really well.
and I've also been obviously helping as much as I can to the guy, the power who owns Lazy Otter, and so there is always things being going on since when he started his journey. So I am aware what's happening, and I've had a long conversation with Guy Debord a couple of weeks ago, a long conversation about this, that, the other. But we'll see. There is still time.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Jacob just turned up and he's really miffed because he reckons BB and Argo are the strongest built. Now there can only be one strongest built, so it's either BB or Argo. So let's see if Jake comes back and said, "Oh, it's absolutely BB."
Well, whatever they say, I am happy with. It is
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
This is not a problem.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Anyway, always a bit of fun. Okay, so you've been living on board now for a long time.
Yeah.
What's gonna be the best part about back in civilization? I mean, you crack into a hotel straight away, but are you gonna miss Trekker? You're gonna miss that. I won't say deprivation, but it's pretty basic lifestyle.
Well, the life is very simple and adequate on board, and of course I will miss it because sailing, by and large, is wonderful because you are largely sailing in nice weather, nice conditions, and a nice sea state. So it has been a easy journey so far, and we have been very lucky not to have had any big storms.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I know my single best adventure, and I've done a few, as you know, was actually on the bounty boat trip when I did it. That trip in the whale boat, and it was the reason it was so good is because it's so simple. You could
Yeah.
focus on the challenge. You could focus on the sailing because there was no complicated electronics. There was no nothing. Just some sails and ropes and nails. And the 580s are a bit similar, eh? Because they're pretty basic as much as there's big electrical systems and things like that. But it's just simple sailing, and yet you get all the benefits. What do you think
It,
about that?
I mean, to be honest with you, she is ready to continue going around the world, and there is absolutely no reason not to continue this journey because the life is very easy and simple.
Yeah,
And But obviously, I have many other things going on at the same time, and it's nice to look for other challenges.
whoop, we might have lost.
Easy life.
You're probably cutting in and out of there, Ertan. I've lost you there. You got a frozen screen, but anyway, we lost him. Okay, okay. He may pop back. Oh no, here you go, back again. That's cool. Um, yeah, there's a lot to be said, and this is the classic example: go small, go now. Or you're never quite ready, but if you keep it simple, just go.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think another thing about the GGR boat or range, things are very simple. Life is very simple. You really don't need to do a great deal to go forward.
Yeah. How would you feel if Arzu was on board? I'm not suggesting this. I'm just in reference to sailing two up. How would you feel about doing a transatlantic with you and Arzu on living on board Trekker and sailing and so on?
Well, I will be very happy if she tolerated the discomfort, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Because I always thought sailing
I
Trekkers.
mean,
I always felt there was two people. You could have one in the cockpit while you're down below, or two down below in a storm. It wouldn't be a problem. But
No,
Bit of,
none of it's a problem. I mean, the problem is like going to the bathroom and and so on, things like that. I guess you have to be. I don't know. It's just a
yeah.
different kind of lifestyle. You have to be able to tolerate these things.
Yeah, that's like the rowboats when you got four people on a four-man row or woman row team going across. Having a dump's kind of interesting, and
Yes,
those
yeah.
issues, little cabins on the rowboats. That's fun.
I mean, I guess one would get used to it, like everything else.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right. So, okay, what else do you want to add? This is only a short one. I'll get on to the. Oh, I'll tell you what the people are saying.
Well,
You can't hang on. I'll just see what's here because you can't see the people's comments. Milady, great to meet you and Jane and the Jester Me. Oh yeah, g'day, Milady. Yeah, um, they've got a boat. They're going to come down to GGR to give us a hand as well as
wonderful.
volunteers. And Jake's there. You can decide. If I'm sure if I ask Jacob which is stronger, BB or Argo, he'll say BB. So he's made a claim that BB is the strongest boat in the fleet. We'll talk about that later. Causeway Kai, it'd be good to hear more about the buyer so we can follow his progress. Well, he'll come up publicly later on, I'm sure, and it's going to be a fascinating story. Very nice guy, and he's got a great person selling him the boat. He's going to train him and all that sort of stuff, so it's cool. And
Well,
Guy's comment about what's he missed, he says it's going to be a king size bed. He's big
yes, I mean,
American.
the nicest thing is that he's got his family behind him, which is the paramount importance when you do these events.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, for sure. Um, there's quite a bit of that. We all know that you can't. Yeah, family's everything. And I get accused of a lot of divorces with the GGR. I'm the cause of all the divorces. But anyway, that's life. Okay. All right. So yeah, Ertan, tell us anything you want about this because we're not going to go on for half an hour like we usually do. But
Well, we the boat is. I've just looked at the tracker. We've been doing it about 6 knots the last 4 hours, and a boat will go faster. The speed is very much adjusted by level of discomfort, really. And so 5.8, 5.6, 6 knots is what I try to aim because it is quite tolerable for me. But the boat will go faster as soon as I let another reef out. She'll just go well past 6 knots, but then it becomes uncomfortable inside.
Yeah, yeah. This is the yeah. There's a lot of issues about that, and it's part of the concept that we designed the boat. I mean, the boat will obviously take more than the people, but I've decided against doing anything at all with the rudder. There's a bit of a pressure. A few people saying, "Oh, we can go so much faster if we have such a bigger rudder," but the rudder is a fuse. You know what I mean? It stops you driving too hard, and it looks after the boat. And everyone's got the same rudder, and the rudder's perfectly safe. Giannis, the designer, is very sensible. He knows what you need to be safe and any boat you can drive too hard and blah 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 blah. So there will be no modifications to the rudder. I had that big argument at the very beginning, a year after we started launching boats. And anyway, I think the 580 design and the concept's working really well.
I think so, yeah, and I also agree with you. People having hydrovane has a little bit more advantage on the bite in the water than those who doesn't have.
Yeah,
I agree with that notion. But with regard to performance, I think you can give Renault any boat and he'll outperform anybody else. I don't think it's anything to do with that. I mean, we have people at the very back off with hydrogen at the very front,
yeah,
so it's very much the sailor, uh, not the boat. I mean, when the GGR, when Damien started week after everybody else, he caught everybody before just after the equator. So it's all to do with the sailor, really. With the identical kit, someone can do 20% extra performance because they are so good at it.
yeah, exactly. You may not have picked up, but it was broken. The story was broken by Adam's report when we did the interviews, the port interviews in Recife. I don't know whether you saw that, but there's going to be
No.
a new rule for hydrovane from the Transats going forward. Sorry, Jane? Oh, sorry, on Eric's report. Okay, yeah, an Eric's report.
So
Um,
what will be the new rule?
the new rule will be that, I didn't want to bring it in on finish the MGR. Engage the hydrovane only after you've locked the ship's rudder. So you'll have to
Right.
lock the rudder right? And when the rudder's fixed, you can then engage the hydrovane.
Mm.
You can only undo the rudder just before you unlock the hydrovane, because there's no doubt in my mind that you're still acting effectively as a twin rudder stabilizer when they're both moving in unison. And if you
Yeah,
don't tie down the ship's rudder, the rudder is actually following the hydrovane rudder, right? Even
it's
without the link, it's following the hydrovane rudder, which is increasing performance. And they were,
absolutely.
yeah, the hydrovane was only ever, uh, if you look at the principles of it, you on a ship's rudder, a bigger boat, you lock the rudder, right? You
Yeah,
can use it as a trim tab, but you can still use that on a 580. You'll be able to set the boat up, put the helm wherever you want. If you want to kick in 10 degrees port or starboard, lock the rudder, the ship's tiller, and then engage the hydrovane. We're not going to allow free floating anymore. That'll be illegal up to disqualification. That's about as best I can do, because there is an argument to say, because we don't want to knock out servo pendulums, and so it's a very tricky situation.
but there is also another benefit. When you have the hydrovane, you don't need the dagger boards on the sides.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, everyone can make their own choices now, but yeah, anyone found operating hydrovane without lash tiller, instant disqualification. So, but that'll start with the Transat.
Yeah.
Yeah, all fun. Okay. Well, thank you, Ertan. Always good to chat. So look after that guy next to you there, and thanks for the cook's tour. Can you stick it outside and just have a look? What's going on
Of
outside
course.
before we sign off?
Okay, hang on a minute. But it is quite not elegant at the moment trying to get out.
I don't just hold it on the hatch. Oh, you're already. Oh no, just you don't
No,
have to get out. No, don't you get out.
no,
Just
no,
stick
I'm
your
going to. It's okay. I don't mind it at all.
Oh, Jimmy's, you're likely to get the big bloody wave come down, smash all
It's
over us.
okay. I'll dry. It is hot here.
Don't blame me if you get wet.
It's okay. Don't worry. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's so unelegant. Opa.
Oh, World Sailing would be happy to see your safety harness. That really impressive. Oh yeah, a bit of a sea running, eh? That's a solid couple of meters.
There's plenty of seats.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
And it must be at least 20 knots, I think. I'm
yeah,
not sure
yeah.
thing, but
Okay.
woohoo!
Uh
I am in the showers.
oh. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Ertan. Thanks for that, and we'll see you in Antigua very soon.
I hope so. Ciao.
Okay. See you later. Yep. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay, there you go. So that was a bit of fun. Couple of questions. Sorry, I missed that. Rachel Ertan just said a few things, but he's not declaring totally what he's doing next. Neither am I. And hello, Don live. First time in months to catch us. You catch it live in the USA. Yeah, times are always tricky ones, eh? But we're now going. Normally, we'll be for tracker updates. Will be 1200 UTC, and then we've got an entrant calling in each time. But I mucked it up this morning. I forgot about. We're in France now, not England. But anyway. Okay, that's it. Good to see you there, Guy. Hope everything's going well with your refits over there. You're doing some, Guy. You're doing some great clips. Bits and pieces. They're really looking good. So, all good. Yeah. Okay. I'm gone. So we will see you. I'll stop this live and go from there. So, see you tomorrow, everybody. Bye bye.